We're going to roll backwards.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I think I can.
We're going to go backwards.
How?
Because we can't go up the hill. I think.
This happens every time. Oh, we might have been walking. It doesn't happen every time. Yeah, you see the
More firewood for you. Yeah. Yeah. It's ideal for that, wouldn't it be?
Oh, look. I think we're even going up there.
Especially when you can fit
Oh,
so
no,
much
but
on it too.
We've got to beware of kangaroos.
Well, they've probably got maybe
Oh, told you we'd go
carriages
backwards.
that could do it, like, you know, without seats.
We're going to go.
I kind of don't want to sit here in the crash.
When I tell you to jump.
No, Ali, I'm joking.
Someone want to swap seats?
Ah, we're fine. Come on now, what are we looking for? We're looking for birds, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
Please
it's a cockatoo.
swap
That was a cockatoo.
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
valley.
here.
I'll tell you a little bit from Scotland. They had come to Sydney as free settlers, and they came down here overland following the paths that Hume Hovell had made in 1824, coming overland to Port Phillip and back again. So there was nobody here except the local Aboriginals and lots of red gum forests and the mountains clad like you see over here. So they came here from Ross Shire in west of Scotland and named the area Kerrisdale, Flowerdale, Glenburn and so on, all Scottish names around the area, and they settled here and made good of the area. They were given the land by the King, the services rendered, the Battle of Waterloo, the Napoleonic Wars. So they came here, they got 10,000 acres, which is a kingdom to a Scotsman from the Highlands, and they settled here and did a good job. The mountains here yielded gold. Mount Marianne and Mount Sugarloaf here yielded gold, and there used to be a market garden down on the flats here, irrigated using the King Parrot Creek water. The Chinese gold miners settled there and had 15 acres growing garlic and onions for the Melbourne market. They could sell their garlic and onions by putting it on the train at Kerrisdale and sending it to Melbourne for sold at the market. So there's a little picture of what you're looking down there. The first settlements in Victoria were here, despite what other people will tell you. Before there was anybody in Port Phillip, there were people here that didn't know anything further south, and they went back to Sydney when they wanted a padlock or a window frame or whatever, or trade up their sheep and cattle to get new breeding stock. 3 months walk, driving your sheep and cattle along the track back to Sydney. So there's a little view there. Now we're going up on the Serpentine. At the next stop, I'll need a hand with the points if any of you children want to help me change the points.
Yeah, cool. Get your kids to do some work. You can earn your keep.
Can I swap seats with you?
There's your cockatoo.
Yeah. Do you want to move across?
To the cockatoo or a kookaburra? What's the matter?
That was a cool
I'm going to try and find a kangaroo. Hey, someone must walk along there. I see kangaroos. It's all Okay. Out you go. Go change your points.
You can stay.
Poppy, make sure you don't fall out.
All you need is
All aboard.
chains.
It runs north-south through Victoria. You can see the range there. In the cloud, there's a mountain sitting in the cloud. That's Lake Mountain at Marysville, 4,150 feet high. Right in the middle of the gap over here, you can see the pale outline on the centre horizon of Mount Buffalo, and on the right, the Black Range, as I mentioned. Down below, there's the alignment of the railway that went from Tallarook to Yea. In 1883, there were 1,000 men down here encamped with their dependents, building the railway line from Tallarook to Yea. Took them 14 months to build that, but this was the largest town in the valley at the time. Yea was just a poppet, but now there's nothing left except an old brick chimney. Imagine building that embankment, enormous amount of earth to move. It's 20 metres above the King Parrot Creek below, and in the building of the big bridge, they had to build enormous concrete caissons with a continuous pour of concrete, and one poor chap fell into the concrete while they were building it, and he drowned immediately in the wet concrete, and he's still in there today. And they say on a cold, foggy morning you could hear him still knocking, trying to get out of the concrete. Life was cheap. They didn't want to pull the concrete down to get the man's body out. The trees at the top, again, are water pump trees. They're called yellow box. There's a whole copse of yellow box. Nature plants them there. Those trees have a taproot up to 6 times their height. They pump water up into themselves on a hot, still day or against bushfire, and then at night they let the water down. That waters the tree itself, and gravity tricks the tree and waters the other trees down here by gravity with underground springs. So the peppermints and the stringy barks, like wet feet, they only grow there because those trees are there. The broken limb on the left there is typical on a hot, still day. That limb crashed to the ground full of water. Big scar in the middle there, that's a Coolamon scar, pre-1860, an Aboriginal camp. They will have cut a bit of bark off the tree to make a tray to carry bits and bobs on, about 2 metres long. Alright, we're going to head up to the top now.